Hey everybody, Justin Russell with RussellMarineProducts.com. Gonna go over how to repair metal flake if you don't have a professional spray gun. In some previous videos we've showed you how to spray a section of a boat using a spray gun, and today we're actually going to show you how to do that if you don't have a spray gun. Now, it's only good for some smaller areas and stuff. We've got a nickel-sized ding here in the back of this laser red on this 2015 Skeeter boat. So stay tuned, we're going to show you how to repair this the correct way. Alright guys, first step within repairing this area here, it's about the size of a nickel to a quarter. We're actually going to have to rough up that area with some sandpaper to be able to put our filler in it to be able to get it to hold. So this chunked out from a power pole mount. Actually, the guy backed into his garage with the power poles up and bent the mounts into it. So all I'm going to do is take some 180 grit sandpaper and just lightly sand around the edges. I don't want to go too far around the repair or the damage area. Just going to rough that up just a little bit. And all that's going to do is give us an area where our filler is going to stick to. Now, one of the other things I like doing is I'm going to run some tape around it because I don't want to get filler further out than where we want to fix. And the reason for that is, being metal flake, it's very, very tedious. I want to keep everything as close to the damaged area as possible. That way I don't run the risk of sanding through and silvering the metal flake. And we'll pull this tape after we get it filled. I'm only using this to actually fill everything here currently. All right. Get some of the dust out there. And for the filler, I'm going to use the Fiberglass resin jelly. We get this at O'Reilly's. I think Walmart carries it. AutoZone has it. It's 2-part. So we'll just take a little bit of this out. I put it on some cardboard, mix it around with the hardener, and then we just fill it in and let it set up. Just gonna get that all mixed up. Kind of feel like I'm a hand model like Vanna White. All right, now we got that mixed up. Just fill that damaged area. Now we'll just let that kick fully, and once it gets hard, we'll come back and sand and shape to get that shape back in, and then we'll be ready to apply our metal flake. Alright guys, now that our filler has completely hardened and set up, we're actually going to start sanding and shaping it to get it into the correct shape so we can start applying our metal flake. So I've got 180 grit sandpaper here, and I'm just going to use this on the area that we fill to get the shape close, and then I'll take 400 and actually spread out and sand a lot bigger of an area so we have an area to metal flake and clear. So all right, now I've got the rough shape in there. We're going to pull our tape. And I'm going to jump up to 400 and get the final shaping done with 400, and then we'll sand out a much larger area where we're going to clear and run our metal flake. Now I'm sanding an area this big because this is, again, we want a bigger area from where we're going to clear versus where we're going to lay our metal flake at. And the key is we're going to be able to do this without having a professional spray gun. The results aren't 100% perfect, but it's a great way for the do-it-yourselfers to be able to utilize this and do this repair without spending a ton of money on equipment or having air compressor, gun, tips, stuff like that. All right. Now I'm going to grab some acetone and wipe that down. Some acetone, clean that up. All right, now the same with our other metal flake repair video that we had where we were using a spray gun. We're going to start taping kind of backwards. So I'm going to tape further out than the area we're going to repair. And the reason for that is I'm going to have my clear come out a lot further and extend further out than we're going to have our metal flake. That way when we go to wet sand and polish everything, we won't sand through our new repaired area and turn all the metal flake silver. In fact, I've got to sand a little more on that side. Don't want shiny. Shiny's bad. Acetone wipe. Cannot do this enough, I promise you. You want to make sure you get everything completely dust free. That way it doesn't show up in your clear and then in your final product. We want to be nice and shiny. All right, so that's where I'm going to have my clear come out. So we'll actually put some more tape around here, and that's where I'll put the metal flake on, and then we'll clear out to this area here, and then we'll wet sand and polish everything once it gets done. So we're going to get some paper on here and get it all masked up. All right, we've got everything taped off and masked off, and now what we're looking to do is, again, this is the repair area. This is where we want to spray our metal flakes. So what I've got mixed up, this is a Pre-Vol sprayer, again, O'Reilly's, Walmart, AutoZone. You've seen me use them in the past in some other videos. All I have in here is I've got our clear gel coat, I've got some styrene in here to thin it down to be able to spray it, and our Bondo liquid hardener, or MEKP, that's our catalyst. So what I'm going to do first is we're just merely going to spray just a very small layer of clear gel coat over the damaged area. Real simple. And what that's going to do is when we actually blow our metal flake into that repair area, it's going to allow that flake to stick to that clear area. So you can see I've got just a little bit of clear sprayed on there. I've got our red metal flake from Skeeter in here, and I'm just going to pour some of this in my hand. Now I'm probably going to block off the video when I'm blowing this in here, but I'm just got some in my hand. And I just very simply blew that over the area. And I can see I've got a little bit of an area I still need to touch up, so I'm going to blow it in there again. All right. Now I'm going to take that clear gel coat again and just spray it over the area there. I've got just one little area I want to touch up again. So again, just a little bit more metal flake, and it's all dry. So if you get any on some other parts of the boat, not a big deal. Won't affect anything. It just blows right off with your heat gun or air compressor. All right, perfect. Let that fall down. Now we're going to pull this tape back. Now this is exposing the area again that we want to clear. So I'm going to blow the rest of the flake away from the repair area. I'm actually going to push down this edge just a little bit here. And the reason for that is I didn't want any of the flake standing upright. I want all the flake to be laid down as best as possible. So now with that being said, I'm actually going to spray another layer of clear over that. Now we'll do 2 layers of clear gel coat just like this with no wax additive. And again, our final layer will have the wax additive in it. Alright, so there's 1 layer there. We'll come back and do a 2nd layer, and then our final 3rd layer with wax additive. And then all we'll have to do is wet sand and polish that area, put it all back up, and we'll be good. Alright, 2nd layer going on. Third and final layer here. Let that all kick, and then it'll be wet sand and polish. Make sure I get it evenly coated. Alright guys, as you can see here, you can do a start to finish job repairing your metal flake on your boats without having to use professional equipment. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever social platforms you're on, and be sure to check us out for more videos just like this at russellmarineproducts.com.